Well, hello there, and welcome to Proven, where we share stories of small business and perhaps even some of the resistance that they face. I'm Dr. Renee, and I'm here today as your host to drive this conversation so that you will be inspired, encouraged, and hopefully helped by the stories of those that have made the decision to jump into entrepreneurship and small business. So, hey, I say, let's just get started today. I have with me Mr. Ed Rivas.
Hello.
Hi, Ed. How are you doing today?
Doing good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, I am so delighted. We had the opportunity to meet when we were in this Goldman Sachs 10,000 small business cohort.
Yes.
It
Great
was,
experience.
yes, it was challenging, but we made it and we're here, right?
Yeah.
So today is all about you sharing your journey of small business, the highs, the lows, the good, the bad, how you've overcome. So let's just jump in and get started. Why don't you just introduce yourself and tell them about your business, CSI? That sounds kind of, what do I say? Maybe interesting, investigative. I don't know. What do you do? What do you do?
And you know what is funny, because when we came up with the name, well, first, thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
It's a pleasure to be here and share a little bit about the journey of being an entrepreneur, which is hard.
It can be hard. It's not for the faint of heart.
It's no, yeah. But now the name CSI comes from when we open our company, we do concrete and we do epoxy floors. Okay, so when we do the company, the actual legal name of the company is Concrete Smart Industries.
Okay.
So that's CSI.
Okay. For the average person, I would take that concrete is really deeper and harder than what most of us would anticipate.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is.
Okay.
It is.
Got it.
So then when people start calling CSI, I was like, well, you know what? It's a good name because it's attractive, it's intriguing. Like, why CSI?
Yeah.
Like, is there something related to the police or something? No, it's not at all.
Right.
But then I already caught the attention. So that's the good part of the name. Later on, we changed the to a DBA. Now it's Concrete and Epoxy by CSI. But that's the story behind the name. We deal with concrete, and we want to make sure that our vision when we started is to do something, not just a regular stuff, but something that will be smarter. That's why it's concrete smart. Like, we're not gonna just do a lake concrete. Let's do some smart designs, something functional for the client, something that is gonna be a smart decision to come with us to do their concrete.
Okay.
So that's where.
So you're not just producing this more efficient, excellent product. It's got some creativity also behind it, because when I think of concrete, I'm thinking about just laying something flat. I can maybe do it, pour some water with it and mix it and get an outcome that I think is good, but you're more than that.
Yes, that's the idea. I mean, we're not here just to do a piece of concrete, like you mentioned. It's not just a square of concrete.
Right.
It's like, you want a design, we want color, you want something that makes it look good for the everyday. When you get home and you look at your concrete, it's not just a piece of concrete. It's something that makes your house, your environment looks better, and then makes you feel better about what you have.
So the application is an external application, but you also can provide internal as well for a client?
What do you?
Within the house or outside the business or inside the business?
Yeah, I mean, and tiles, many different things, right? We do a lot outside, we do a lot inside. So outside, per se, we can do a driveway, we can do a patio, we can do a sidewalk, a foundation.
There you go.
That's outside.
Yeah.
That's a regular concrete.
Well, that's what most people think about, right?
Think about.
Okay, but you do some unique things with CSI as well,
Yes.
right?
Yes. So let's say it's not the same to have just a regular gray patio versus having a nice design, colors, You want to look like stone. You want to look like some travertine. We can do that. You can make it look
Really?
like travertine, and it's not travertine. It's
I'm
actual
impressed. Really? Okay, we need to see some samples, right?
I have them.
Well, that's amazing because, when you think about design, I kind of call myself like a little Susie homemaker. I like decorating and design, right?
Mhm.
There's a lot of money that's spent sometimes getting those looks that people desire. And if you're able to provide that using concrete, would they spend more or less? Give us a little bit about how you compare sometimes to some of those other options.
Well, everything is depending on what the actual project or design is based on pricing. We try to be affordable. We're not the cheapest one either because
Okay.
we don't like to use
Yeah.
cheap stuff.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
We're not the kind of, and I hate to say it and throw people under the bus, not a specific person, but we're not the one that tell you, hey, your concrete is going to be 4 inches, but really it's 3.5 of 3
Mm-hmm.
to give you a better deal. No, I give you the right price and I give you what I offer.
Okay.
So I'm not going to be being the cheapest one, but cheating to be able to do it.
Right.
But I don't want to be the most expensive either because then I'm not going to have clients.
Right. Right.
So it has to be something that is affordable, but also this is a business. I have to make money,
Right.
right? I have to feed my family from.
Yes, that part. As small business owners, we've all been,
Yeah.
we don't talk about it a lot because we make it look easy, right?
Yeah.
That's a good point. So making that decision to step into, I guess, the middle market and to be able to offer a really good product to people, what are the challenges that you have really faced in being a small business owner?
If we talk about the challenge of pricing the right way,
Mm-hmm.
the challenges, there are various different challenges, but I would say in order to be competitive, many people trying to do either cut corners, like as I mentioned earlier, or there is people that use less quality products, or you go and something that we're proud of is that we use quality materials. We give you, like example, on an epoxy floor and a garage floor, we give you 20 years warranty because the quality of the materials we use are high quality, okay? Versus somebody that doesn't have an insurance, so they don't spend an insurance. They don't really have a crew. They do as a one man, and they use like material from. And I'm not going to throw the name of the store, but it's like an orange store that you buy supplies for construction. The quality of that epoxy per se is not the same.
Okay.
And you're competing with somebody that is going to give a way less expensive, but it's not going to be durable versus what you offer. And the challenge is how to educate the consumer about, hey, you're going to pay $1,000 less, but it's going to last you a year and a half versus my price that I'm giving you 20 years warranty.
That's a big difference.
That's a big difference.
So how do you address that consumer education that obviously is something that is unique to you that really is a great selling point, but people need to know about it?
Yeah. Well, one of the ways that we do it is just to provide samples, right? I have many different pictures of doing those type of jobs, which I come back later and fix, by the way.
Okay.
So I start those kind of jobs, cheap jobs, start peeling, start breaking. So we have people call us to fix them. So I have evidence that, hey, this is what
so that's
you will
good though, because you're willing to share your errors and mistakes with customers to show them where you are now in terms of the quality that you provide.
Yeah, and I mean, and showing what a bad job will look after a short period of time, which I'm just gonna go back. We really don't do those jobs. We fix those jobs.
Oh, wow.
But other people do it, and then we come and fix it.
Okay, that's good.
Since the beginning of when we opened our business 4 years ago, since the beginning, we never strive to do cheap jobs to get business. Since the beginning, we strive for quality. Now, I had the advantage when we opened that I had another job. At the beginning of entrepreneurship is not easy.
Right.
You're not gonna get clients the day you open. So jumping in just like without parachute is hard.
Yeah.
So I had another job. I started as a side business first.
Okay.
Started building my portfolio, my reviews. If you go to my Google reviews, they are excellent because we do quality, we do good customer service. But I started with a side job first, like as a side job,
Okay.
because I mean,
Yeah.
you cannot just jump with no money, right?
Right.
And eventually, as we were improving who we are and giving good quality and customer service, start getting more clients, I was able to transition from having been a side job to be a full-time job.
Talk a little bit about that, because that can be one of the scariest leaps that an entrepreneur, small business owner has to make. You know, how do I know when it's time for me to make that leap, that jump into doing this full time? As you indicated, you start and you're expecting, I don't know about you, but at least I expect family and friends at least to maybe want to take advantage of your business, but they don't, right? They
Yeah.
don't a lot of times. So you have to have this passion, this fire, this drive on the inside of you to really work that after hours hustle, is what we call it, to be able to make something of it. And it sounds like you did that. So talk a little bit about what it took for you to get to that place to where you could leave your job.
So getting up very early,
Mm-hmm.
go visit clients before you start working.
Wow, that takes discipline.
Getting out of work and go see clients also. Instead of getting ready at 7 in the morning to be at your job at 9, you're getting up at 5 in the morning to prepare your side business and then go to work. Since the beginning, I started with it's not just me, of course. I mean, you cannot do concrete by yourself.
Right.
So getting the projects ready before you go to work, and then the projects are going on, and then you get off of lunch and go visit the project and come back. Fortunately, my job wasn't in an actual office. I was working from home, but I still have to be focused on my job too.
Right. Right.
And be able to take care of the other one. So a lot of hours, a lot of headaches at night, because you want to make sure everything goes right, and a lot of less sleep hours.
Okay. Yeah.
But it's a matter of thinking of what you want for the future, and
Wow,
continue
that's
with that
good.
discipline.
Yeah. You know, so how did that affect your family? Like, because that's really hard. I mean, the discipline it takes to rise early, get yourself prepared, see clients, then work a full-time job, and then return to that in the afternoon, evening. There has to be the understanding in order for a family to really support you in what you're doing. How did that work for you?
You know what? Fortunately, I have a great wife, and I have good kids.
Awesome.
So yeah, there were a lot of hours, but I was still trying to make, like, on the weekends, a barbecue in the house, Saturday night barbecue.
Okay, I'm coming over for barbecue.
Yeah, like Saturday afternoon, even if you're tired, trying to make it to get together with doing barbecue. Some little details, but yes, you give them less hours, and in my case, because of course there are many different cases, I'm very fortunate of the family I have, and I'm really grateful for that.
Wow.
And still, I mean, even during, it's no longer a transition between full-time and my own business. It's still a lot of hours.
So a lot of people in business will plan, structure, make the sacrifice. What small tip to a business owner could you share? Because I heard a lot of nuggets, and what you just unpacked a lot. You know, being able to still appreciate and garner the time that you have with your family, working it into your schedule. Like, do you keep a day planner? What do you keep? What do you have? How do you find yourself able to fulfill all those obligations, make the sacrifice, but yet and still have that support and be a great business person?
You know what? And that's a great topic, because you want to play with an agenda, right? You want to have a calendar. It doesn't work like that. I mean,
right. The moment we get off, then we're like, oh my God, it's just, yeah.
It works in certain areas, like appointment with clients and all that.
Okay.
We want to make sure that we fulfill our promise. If we say we're going to be there at 8, we're going to do our best to be there at 8. Things happen, may not, traffic, whatever, but and then eventualities come, last minute projects come, a client that wants you to be in the morning, the weather. I do concrete.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
we're in Dallas, it's been raining like crazy.
Right.
So
So it affects your business.
that affects my I cannot lay concrete when it's raining
Mhm.
because the concrete is not going to have that nice finish. You can lay the concrete, but it's going to look awful.
Okay.
We don't do that.
Gotcha.
We
Yeah.
we want to wait
Mhm.
to make sure we have the right time. But weather affects you a lot. Um, if somebody got sick in your team or you get sick, it
Mhm.
happens.
Right.
A couple of years ago, I ended up in the hospital.
Oh, wow.
That's another story.
Yeah. We'll come back for that one.
And
Yeah.
but it's just you have to be able to improvise a lot.
Mm. That's a nugget of wisdom, because a lot of times people, they see the glamorous part of small business or what they think it is, but they don't really understand behind the scenes. Matter of fact, I want to come back to the hospital for a moment, because did you find yourself when you were in the hospital still conducting business as a small business owner?
Yeah, the business kept running.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, it was a little harder.
Mm-hmm.
Fortunately, when I ended up in the hospital, I have I forgot the name of what I got, but I got a surgery over
Mm-hmm.
here. Um, I was first I hold the pain for like 3 days because I didn't know what it was.
Okay.
I thought I was just constipated or something.
Right. Well, that's what we do. That's what we do as small business owners. It'll go away, right? Because we got to
It will
keep
go
working.
away.
Right.
It will
There we
go
go.
away.
Yeah.
To the point that I couldn't handle it, and I went to the hospital, and they had surgery the same day.
Wow.
But I have a great team with me.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I take all the credit in front of people, right?
Mhm.
Oh, Ed. Actually, I have people call me the concrete man. Ed, great job, great this, but it's not just me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, without my team
Yeah.
behind me,
Yeah.
I won't be able to do it
Yeah.
because this is not a one man show.
Right.
So my team was very supportive, moved people from one team to another to help on a project that was going on that day,
Mm-hmm.
and again, improvising, right?
Right. But improvising with what you were able to set in place to be able to equip people to be able to handle you being out of your business. I commend you for that, because a lot of our businesses don't run without us. And so it sounds like you executed and implemented the necessary things for operational excellence. And so I commend you for that. Speaking of operational excellence, you and I had the opportunity to be in Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Business
Yeah.
Program cohort, and we were challenged. And
Tell me.
yeah, on every hand. What would you say were the greatest nuggets, one or two nuggets that you learned from that helped you to come and scale your business up in a new way?
Well, I'm still working on implementing because it's a lot of stuff that we learned in the program.
Mm-hmm.
When I got to the program, it was funny because I thought like, man, I've been in business for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
I had other businesses before. I have a lot of experience. I'm not a kid anymore.
Right.
I just need a little bit of help with marketing. And when I got to the program, oh man, it made me feel like I was really back in school, learning a lot of things, and like juggling between
Mm-hmm.
the business and the commitment to be in the program.
Yes.
Because when there is a commitment, I was fortunate to be accepted in the program.
Absolutely.
So I wanted to take
Yeah.
advantage of it.
Right.
And we had this class all day on Thursdays when my job in construction, as I mentioned, many things affect me, weather, different project starting times and things like that. Many times my projects move. Like today didn't rain. We have to improvise to do something that we didn't schedule for today because the next days are gonna be raining. So I had the commitment to be on the program regardless of what is happening externally of weather or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that was challenging. What did I learn? To organize a little better,
Okay.
because the improvising can get out of hand sometimes about like trying to juggle too many things at the same time. So you gotta learn to not to do that, to delegate a little more.
Okay.
That's something I learned. I'm still working on it,
Exactly.
little by little. utilize external, like example, ChatGPT, things like that I wasn't not really implementing before, and it's been helping me a lot, getting more help, looking at your numbers a little closer.
Yeah, we all learned about that, looking at your numbers and knowing your numbers at all time and being able to pitch your program in, what, 3 minutes or less?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, you really learn how to utilize those numbers to make decisions, which it used to be like, oh, there's money in the bank. That's not all it matters. It's about making it grow, not just having money in the bank.
Right. Yeah.
So it's a good program for whoever wants to get in it. I will strongly.
Yeah, it really stretches you. I tell people, I said it was like working on an MBA on steroids, a 14-week program that probably you could do in about 2.5, 3 years. And it takes quite a commitment. It sounds like you're committed to your business. If you could share something with someone who's thinking about getting into small business or considering being an entrepreneur, what would you share with them before they started? We hear you have to count the cost before you want to build. What would be your wisdom that you have learned from being in business for a long period of time, but especially now with you working on this particular business, the CSI portion, having come out of 10KSB, just knowing that you're the better for it? What would be the 2 or 3 things that you would challenge someone wanting to start a small business?
Well, it's great to have people that want to start small businesses, because this country is being built or is moved around by small businesses.
Yeah.
Get prepared mentally.
That part right there.
Because there are many times, especially at the beginning of a small business, business doesn't come by itself. You get stuck and you may get especially at the beginning, you don't have enough clients and you don't know what to do. Plan before you start to what you're gonna do when there is something slow. Like example, the way I did it was a side job first, right? That's just an example. Can be other ways. But plan and don't get desperate when the business is not going exactly the way you thought.
Oh, that's good.
It's gonna be.
Don't get desperate.
Don't quit easily. Be smart in how you spend your money, because a big mistake a lot of people, including me, have done is like, oh, there is money, I can spend money. Be very wise how you spend your money, especially at the beginning. Because if the next week is not going to be a client, you may be out of money, and you want to make sure you manage your money in the best way possible.
Yeah, there are a lot of small business owners that do seasonal work, and that money has to stretch during the down seasons as well. So that's great wisdom and great advice. Now, you mentioned something I want to address before we start to wrap up. You talked about your mindset. How have you learned to stay sane while building a company and leading a company? Because there's a lot of things that are happening. You have family to manage. You have your responsibility to be able to provide for that family. You're trying to start a business and train workers and make certain that they level up to the level of excellence you expect of them. How do you stay sane? What do you do? I heard you talk about barbecuing, but that's not all.
It's based on the commitment that you put into your business. You can, if you explode, it's going to be worse. If you have a problem and you explode, your problem is going to be twice, because you're going to have the problem and then you have to control yourself. You have to deal with what you did for exploding. Either talk to somebody the wrong way, or
I'll explode, Ed, do you know?
No, I'm mostly very calm, but we all have those times, right? And you have to be able to talk and with the people that is around you, either your employees, your partners, if you have a partner, your family, set those expectations and talk to them to tell you when you're getting out of line. Letting you know, because sometimes you don't notice it.
Is that because of the stress you carry or decisions you have to make, or just because for me, I know a lot of times there's so many moving parts that sometimes I may get a little snappy at something because I'm handling and juggling so much.
Yeah, it's like, I'm gonna tell you something that has been told to me quite often by my wife. It's like, it's slow sometimes for whatever reason, and then I need to find a way to get more business and more clients. And then suddenly you have so many projects that you don't know where to start, and you're like exploding. And then she tells, you see, you want it, now you handle it.
Oh, I love it.
Or when it's slow,
Like step
and
up.
when it's slow and I'm complaining,
Wow.
they said, we've seen it before. You complain, the job will come. And say, yeah, I mean, if you have get somebody that can be reminding you on what you're doing, why you're doing it, and help you to calm down. Because sometimes by yourself, you can get involved in a circle of emotions that you may not see it, but somebody from outside can see it. So
Absolutely.
you can get the person that you trust to help you.
Well, it's great to have a great partner, your wife, and people around you that care enough about what you do that they care about you. And that's what's really important. And so I commend you for building that infrastructure that is definitely working for you. So as you move forward and as your business scales up and as your business grows, it sounds like you're pretty prepared and aware of what you need to do.
It's a work in progress.
It's a work in progress. There you have it. It is a work in progress.
Yes.
So, with everything that you've learned, is there one thing that's been like a big pivot for you? I know we talked about the Goldman Sachs program. We talked about the awareness of, where you are, what you have going, having strong people around you. But which one would you say is the biggest pivot for you to be confident enough to fully move out into this space that you're in with this incredible business that you have?
You know, if you're gonna do a business, try your best to do something that you like.
Okay.
Because you can be trapped on something that you started because you think is a good business. Every business is hard, I would say. Every business is hard. People don't see it from the outside, but every business is hard to start. I mean, you have to start somewhere. And if it's something that you don't like as much, I would say it will be a big struggle to stay on it or to make it grow. But I like construction. I don't know from where. I guess because I worked in construction when I was younger.
Right.
But I like it. I like to see the transformations of an ugly concrete versus a nice concrete.
Wow.
The durability that you give to a concrete, like with a install the right way epoxy floor, the durability that you give to the areas. But try to do something that you like. So it's not a burden of like you struggle to make a business grow and then something that you don't really enjoy.
Yeah. And then you're stuck in it. You put all your money into it. And now here you are faced with something that maybe you didn't intend to grow, but it's grown and you have to maintain it. So if you enjoy it, then it absolutely makes it that much more fun.
It's much easier.
Yeah, it's
to
worth
go
it.
through. And I'm not saying about struggles. I think I mentioned struggles and things like that a lot. It's not to scare anyone. It's just to make sure that you're aware.
Right. Yeah.
And everything, I will say that when things are worth it, they're gonna be a little harder, at least at the beginning.
Yeah.
But if you stick to it, it will pay off.
Okay, well, there you have it. Mr. Ed is proven in his business. He has to stick to it to make it work. And don't quit, don't give up. Any final thought in addition to that powerful nugget of wisdom that you just shared that you'd like to share with somebody that might be in a business right now and they're like, I'm done, I'm ready to quit, but maybe it's not their time to exit yet or to, depart? What would you share just to encourage them today?
Be honest with yourself. I mean, be honest with yourself and what you like, what you want to be, and be honest with others. When you do something, when you're struggling, you keep up with doing things the right way, and that should pay off. And it may not work sometimes, but you have to be honest with yourself again, like if this is something that is going to be worth it or not.
Wow.
And what I want to do next.
That's good. Well, folks, there it is. You have it from an entrepreneur who is walking through the fire of small business ownership right now. And I hope that today that Mr. Ed has shared some nuggets with you that are going to cause you to say, you know what? I can either do this, or maybe I can't do this, or maybe I need to consider the costs around this as well. But whatever the case, I want you to know that just like Mr. Ed put in the work with his company, call him, by the way. We'll provide the information if you need any work
Thank you.
done. We always want to make that opportunity available, right? Because he's shared with you that he takes pride in the work that he does. This raw, uncut conversation with him just about how he got to where he is and how he feels about his business is so vitally important. One final thing though, before we close, how many hours a day do you say you actually work? I think that's important.
12, 14,
Okay.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Trying to take it easy sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's construction.
Mm-hmm.
I'm out on the projects and then I go home to look at numbers. I don't do all the numbers anymore. I rely on the accountant, and I have other people that takes care of stuff.
Yeah. He's added to the team, but originally you used to do all of that yourself, right? All small business.
I took some accounting courses when I was in college, and I thought I could do everything until I couldn't. So.
Wow. Well, I'll tell you what, I commend you on a job well done. And thank you for being with us today. And I think we'll have to have you back to share some more wisdom and insight.
Thank you. I'll be happy.
Absolutely. Our goal is to provide to you just the conversation with small business owners, because small business does run the world. And we want you to take into consideration exactly what it is that you're going to have to commit to in order to find that passion that you love, that you enjoy, so that you can be proven too. So until next time, I would challenge you, get to it, be about it, follow the principles, and you too